Hey there, time for a quick card using, oh my gosh, they're so cute, the Snailed It stamp set. And it's a bundle, so we've got these sweet little dies that go with it. Let me grab them, they're in here. And there's designer series paper too. I mean, really, so cute, right? So I didn't use all of these, but these dies can do some really cool things. I'm going to move those over there for a minute. And the designer series paper comes in 12 by 12. And the cool part is, remember, Stampin' Up! Tells you it coordinates with Basic Gray, Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Daffodil Delight, Real Red, and White. Okay, so I have a piece of each so that you can see what I'm going to do now. I like to set up a little kit with all my papers in it, so when I sit down to make a card, I'm not dealing with this. So what I do is take my designer series paper and split it. It comes in a pack of 2 sheets of each one. So I take one of those sheets and I put it away with the backing and I hold on to that. And that is going to be available when I decide I might need a sheet of 12 by 12 to make a box or some other design. The others I cut into, I'm not gonna do all of them with you. I cut them into 4-inch strips. So then I'm gonna have 1, 2, 3 of those. And then I cut them into 4 by 6. So 4-inch strips and then cut it in half. And now I have a 4 by 6. So I have that. Then I take the coordinating colors as described on the back, and I'm going to cut those into 4 pieces. I'm going to cut them at 5 1/2 and 4 1/4. And then I'm going to have the little pieces that I'm going to need. Now our sketch for today shows you these pieces cut. Now it's in a different, this master color that I have, the one on the right, is what I'm going to be using going forward so that you'll be able to tell how a card is put together. So the base is always going to be white. Ta-da! Then the next layer is 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm using Pool Party for that for all cards. Now I'm not really going to cut it out of Pool Party. In this one, I actually use Real Red, but it's this is 4 by 5 1/4. So when you see a picture of a sketch that I'm doing, you'll know that that's 4 by 5 1/4. And I kind of adapted this from my friend Kylie, and she does tons and tons of little pieces. I'm not doing that many. My next layer goes right on top here, and I'm going to use Old Olive for this one in my master sketch. Clearly I'm not doing every card with Old Olive. And this is 3 3/4 by 5, and that gives me this sweet little frame around. This is more than likely going to be designer series paper on most of my cards because I love our pattern paper. This gives it a little frame to kind of pop it off the page and make it really look like a work of art. And then I have this little 3 by 3 piece, which kind of gives me the idea of what the card's going to look like. So I take that as my basis, and then I build on that, and I create the card that you can see up in the top corner, this card. Okay? All right, so I'm going to start with my 8 1/2 by 11 as my card base. And I need my trimmer. Okay, 8 1/2 by 11, cut in half. And now I'm going to score this as it tells you right here. I'm going to score at 4 1/4. And that's going to give me my card front. So 4 1/4. And here is the base to my card. Okay? Super simple. Then next, you can see that I have the Pool Party. Pool Party is always 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so that's going to be Real Red. And I'm going to take that and and I'm going to do 5 1/4 and 4. And then my designer series paper is my next layer. And in the picture, that's the old olive, right? This is how this goes. And this is 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, well, I have these handy dandy pieces that I cut 4 by 6, so I've got plenty of room to get whatever I need. So I'm going to do 3 3/4 by 5, not wasting a lot of paper. And then this is going to go just like that, right? And then the next layer is going to be this sweet little I'm going to use the die that's going to give me this sweet little scalloped and stitched shape. Okay, so I am going to use, it's so cute, you're going to love it. I'm going to use the new mini Stampin' Emboss and Cut die. I'm terrible with names. I'm going to write it down because I really can't remember it. But it's this sweet little baby over here, the mini one. I love anything little. Let me just find my, where's my Daffodil Delight? No Daffodil Delight. Had I had this all pre-cut, I wouldn't have to worry. So what I would do if I pre-cut all this, you just reach into the box and pull this out. So it would be cut at 5 1/2 by 4 1/4, and then I just have it ready for any card that's coming along. Right? So there's that. Only this time I only need a 3 inch wide to fit in this sweet little baby. So I'm going to cut this at 3 inches. And I'm going to save this because I could use this again. And now I'm ready to show you how adorable this little thing is. So bring this out. This is great because it can sit right on your desk, and it doesn't. Now there's going to be some dies that just aren't big enough for it. But most of our single dies that coordinate with stamps, they're going to fit great. So this is what it comes with. Notice all these things are numbered. You have this little booklet if you want, but each one of these plates is numbered, and there's a sample right here. So for example, this is number 4, and this is for embossing folders, and I'm going to use 4. They have these embossing folders that fit in here. We have a few. So it's going to be the embossing folder, hinge first. This is the hinge. And then on top of that is number 1, which is right here. Whoopsie. There's number 1. So that's how you would do an embossing sandwich. Now, if you were going, we're not doing that. We're doing a die cut. So I need number 1 and then 2 number 2s. And I have a little note here that says 3 inches wide. That tells me what's going to fit in here. That's just for me to remember because we just started with this. So I'm going to put number 1 down. I'm going to put number 2 down. I'm going to put this down and then this. And feed this in. And you can see how quick and easy this is. Look. No clunking, no clanking. Super simple. And then I have this great little square. So this is going to go right on the front of my card, which I've buried over here. Like so. And then I'm ready to stamp and color my snails to get my card. And my snails can fit through here too. Super simple, right? I use some Stampin' Blends in Bermuda Bay and Daffodil Delight because those are the coordinating colors that the paper told me. Stampin' Up gave me my list. And I stamped these with the Tuxedo Memento black so I don't get any smearing or any problems when I color. And these guys are popped up with some cute little Stampin' Dimensionals, and we are good to go. Really fun. See you soon. Bye.